Morning, good people. This is Lee Craft, the host of the What If podcast. Today's show is about I had to call 911 to the What If headquarters because I didn't have employee appreciation, right? And like I said, I had some disgruntled employees. I had some T-shirts, I had hats, and I had some carrying totes, right? I passed out to the employees who did a great job. So I just passed out one shirt, one hat, one tote bag, and the rest of them said, "Hey, where my stuff at?" I said, "No, you didn't do a good job. So why did I give you something for you for doing nothing?" So they said, "Get Uncle Andrew." So I took off running, running to my office. I said, "Shoot, call 911, call 911." So I got in the office and I called 911 because my wife forgot to call 911. That's why I gave the shirt to and everything, right? And my niece and nephew being on my door. "Uncle Andrew, you wrong, Uncle Andrew. Uncle Andrew, you wrong. Come out, Uncle Andrew." I'm not coming out of that. Y'all acting like that. But before we get started, if you have any comments or concerns, please email me at leecraftwhatever@gmail.com or go to Anchor, Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Threads, or Instagram. Look for the animated black man with a white beard smiling and profiling and finally realizing they trying to get me. Look, this is the thing, good people. Me, I've always been a leader, right? And I believe in doing the right thing. Sometimes you want to give people something that they deserve. You don't want to get something that they don't deserve. If you do, you set a precedent for bad behavior, bad tendencies, bad work ethic, bad everything, right? I know y'all probably Lee Craft. What is your staff at the What If headquarters? Well, my wife, my nieces and nephews. Sometimes when you start out, you probably bring family in, right? Some family can help you out, right? But sometimes that's a good idea, So if they're not working, I don't want to give them, pay them for not doing their job. So that's what I did. And my great niece, she's a martial artist. My nephew, all of them are the athletic, and so they way bigger than I am and stuff. I got another niece, man. I think she hangs with Bob Marley. One of my children, they hang with Bob Marley too. Look, I got problems. I got problems. But this is the thing, good people. Look, this is the thing, good people. I know sometimes you say, Lee Craft, you gotta encourage them. I did all the encouragement I could possibly do. But like I said, I can't give you. Everybody want a what if shirt. Everybody want a what if hat. Everybody want a what if tote bag. Everybody want the what if merchandise. But why should I give you something that you don't deserve? But be mindful. No matter what you're going through, I can guarantee you one thing that is going to be okay as long as you make God a part of your life. That's the what if guarantee. What if? What if they had God that they died? They would be chasing me to my office. So the officer on the phone said, Mr. Sir, do you need us to come down here right now? Yeah, bring your car so they hear the sirens. I think they're dispersed when they hear the sirens go off and stuff. That's all I need. So if we go to come here, we got to come in. Well, you got to come in. Come on in. You're welcome. You're welcome once. You're welcome twice. You're welcome 3 times in the name of Lee Craft. Come on in. So you get some of this danger. Oh, man. But no, back to the story at hand. Look at people. I apologize. All this is just fun. A lot of times when you start a business out, you want to start a business out with your families and everything because they are that anchor, that great support. And they're going to do whatever you need them to do to help your business to become a success. Why? Because when you succeed, they succeed. You understand? And my family, my nieces and nephews, my wife and daughters, and like I said, my family and brothers, we help each other. That's what we do. And like I said, I couldn't be no prouder than them than, man, you have no idea. People talking about their family. Even if my family was doing some things that I disapprove of, I wouldn't air it out like that. We have our group session like we always do sometimes, talk it out. Man, why you doing so-and-so, so-and-so? Well, why you ain't doing so-and-so, so-and-so? I'm the oldest. We know you're the oldest. That's why we ain't beat you down yet. What? Look, that's what we do. And we laugh at it. Because my family respects me. And I know what? And I respect my family. From the oldest to the youngest. That's how it's supposed to work. So like I said, that was on my heart this morning. Just having a little fun on this fun Friday. Hope you enjoyed the story. But like I said, my children always say, Daddy, you're not a good storyteller. And I tell my children, I'm telling you too. I know I'm not a good storyteller, but one thing that I do know is what comes from the heart reaches the heart. And I just do my best every day. Everything I do, I try to do my give. I don't try. I I give my best. I go all in. When I'm wrong, I'm going all in and do it the wrong way. Hopefully, it can be reversed. So that's it for me. So I hope you enjoyed the show. If you didn't, please send me a comment. Let me know and start following me. Because, like I said, I got some great things that are coming. Matter of fact, they're already here. So with that being said, Dear Lee Craft, this is my podcast. But if you have any comments or concerns, please email me at leecraftwhatif@gmail.com. One band, one sound, together. We got an opportunity to turn this whole world around. But in order to have a real conversation, you got to have real people if you want to have that real conversation. Have a blessed day. And please find time and make time to tell God, thank you. Stay blessed.